Welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. A lot of exciting revelations today. Yeah. Check that out. A lot of exciting. Who Donald Trump is meeting with for cabinet positions. You know how they got the cameras in Trump Tower and they see who's coming in and coming out. It's like, you know, it's like a detective show or something like that.
Yeah, like cops.
So far, it's been a who's who of why, what? And today brought the strangest news yet, because this morning, the president-elect met at Trump Tower with Kanye West. You can tell it was a high-powered meeting because Kanye is wearing his formal sweatsuit. Now, obviously, a meeting like this, it's a security risk. Gathering the two most powerful American narcissists in the same room. So, you can't do it. You can't do it. Just for security reasons, they had to keep Shia LaBeouf in an undisclosed location for continuity of government. Now, here they are ending their meeting with a bro hug in front of the cameras. I heard these two are going to drop an album together. It's called The Deportation of Pablo. Can't wait. Now, I'm not sure what cabinet position Kanye was applying for. Which government agency regulates diamond masks and track pants?
Right.
I'm not
sure,
actually.
Sure. I haven't figured that out.
I'll tell you what he's not up for is Secretary of State. Because today, Donald Trump chose Rex Tillerson, ExxonMobil's CEO. So I assume that means from now on, all gas stations are official U.S. embassies. Which is perfect for any refugees who are seeking asylum and maybe a Slim Jim. Tillerson is an interesting pick. For one thing, he's an oil man who believes in climate change. Well, of course, he believes in it. He's from Exxon. He invented it. It's pride of ownership. It's his baby. It's my baby. Now, some people are concerned about Tillerson's close ties with Vladimir Putin. And they are buddies, this is true. Here he is laughing at one of Putin's classic knock-knock jokes. Aren't you glad I didn't poison your family? You will laugh now. And while Tillerson admits he and Putin have a very close relationship, he's also said, I don't agree with everything he's doing. Yeah, we all have that one friend who sometimes drinks too much or dates the wrong person or annexes Crimea. What are you gonna do? Of course, this means that the Secretary of State position will not be going to Mitt Romney. Though Romney was a long shot from the beginning. After all, in March, he said this.
Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University. He's playing the members of the American public for suckers.
I don't know about the American public, but Trump certainly played one guy for a sucker. Because everybody thought Mitt had it in the bag after Trump took him to that fancy dinner in Manhattan. It was nice. They had frog legs in a reduction of Romney's dignity. But, salty. Delicious. But it was all just a trick. Because according to Trump insider Roger Stone, quote, Trump interviewed Romney to torture him. That sounds pretty bad. But on the plus side, if this is Trump's idea of torture, Gitmo is about to get a lot fancier. Tonight, the torture sommelier is recommending a Merlot boarding paired with an aged brie. You don't want to know where they're putting the brie. Now, we shouldn't be surprised. Trump seems like the kind of guy who feels like one fancy dinner gives him the right to screw you. And to rub salt... And Trump rubbed salt in Romney's wounds because it looks like Trump is going to pick former Texas Governor Rick Perry to be Secretary of Energy. He will be replacing Stanford-educated nuclear physicist and Jack of Diamonds Ernest Moniz. So, a good shot. So what are Perry's qualifications to lead the Department of Energy? Well, for one, he does have energy. God bless Texas, his own hand. Wow. If he is half as good at being energy secretary as he is as dancing, there's going to be a lot of nuclear waste spills. Man, he could not look any stupider. I apologize. I apologize. Was he dancing? Was he dancing to Green Acres just then?
Yeah, that was Green Acres. That was Green
What are
Acres.
they thinking? He should be Secretary of Agriculture. So, why no Mitt? During the campaign, Parrott was just as tough on his future boss.
Let no one be mistaken. Donald Trump's candidacy is a cancer on conservatism, and it must be clearly diagnosed, excised, and discarded.
Man, all those medical procedures sound expensive. They better get them done while we still have Obamacare. Of course, who could ever forget Rick Perry's most memorable performance in the 2012 Republican primary debate? Rick Perry can.
And I will tell you, it's 3 agencies of government when I get there that are gone. Commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
But you can't name the third one?
The third agency of government,
Yeah.
I would do away with the education, commerce, and let's see. I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
Now, 3 words come to mind. Dumb, mother. I can't think of the third one.
Brother, friend, cousin, lover.
By the way, the department he couldn't remember in that clip, the department he wants to get rid of, and this is true, it's the Department of Energy. Or, as it will soon be known, the Department of Oops. Let's see, is there anything non-political going on? Oh, here's one. Are you guys excited for the movie Rogue One, a Star Wars story coming out? Yeah, me too. Me too. I'll clap on that one. I'll clap on that one. Well, sadly, not everyone is excited because Trump supporters are boycotting Rogue One with the hashtag #DumpStarWars. The controversy started when a Rogue One screenwriter tweeted, "Please note that the Empire is a white supremacist organization." Really? Why would a white supremacist organization put a black guy in charge? Now, the writer deleted the tweet and then apologized for it, but that didn't appease the dark side of the internet because pro-Trump Star Wars fans are circulating rumors that the film was reshot to include anti-Trump scenes. Oh, come on! How do you fit anti-Trump scenes into a movie that takes place in another galaxy? Did one of the stormtroopers try to grab someone by the Wookiee? No. Wookiee. What? Please. I'm being asked not to make that gesture anymore. It's a Wookiee. I'm just talking about a Wookiee. What's wrong with you? These rumors are not true. And please, just from my heart, please, 2016 has been a rough ride. All year long, one shining beacon of hope I've had to look forward to at the end of this year is the new Star Wars. So I am begging you, in the name of Obi-Wan Kenobi's shimmering ghost, just shut up and let me enjoy Rogue One. Can't we just all agree? Stop it! Can't we just agree that whatever your political leanings, we all believe our side is the Rebel Alliance? That's how movies work. No one goes to see X-Men and roots for the regular humans, and we are the regular humans. So when it comes to the Star Wars movies, all Americans are the good guys, okay? The Democratic coalition is every bit as diverse as the Cantina Band. And Admiral Akbar bears a striking resemblance to Republican Mitch McConnell. All right? Perfect. So just let's let it go and just move on to Christmas. Let's let go of politics and move on to Christmas. And I know a lot of people are still finishing up their Christmas shopping or starting it. And sometimes finding the perfect gift for your loved one can be tricky. Well, thankfully, our good friends in the international diamond industry have just the answer.
She's the reason the good times are great. And the reason the tough times are easier. Because she's your best friend and your true love. Presenting the Ever Us two-stone diamond collection. New rings, necklaces, earrings, and bracelets. One diamond for your best friend, one diamond for your true love.
Yes, a ring with a diamond for your true love and one for your best friend. Sorry, Paul, I'm gonna need that diamond back. Apparently, I'm supposed to give it to my wife. So, I believe this is the most beautiful possible way to trick America into buying even more of something they can't afford. Which is why tonight I am proud to introduce this moving new ad from our newest sponsor.
You gave her one diamond for being your best friend, and one for being your true love. But she's so much more than that, which is why she also deserves a diamond for being your emergency contact. A diamond for being your ride home after the eye doctor dilates your pupils. And a diamond for buying stamps. Minus 2 diamonds for never having seen Die Hard. But add a diamond for being the person who watches Westworld with you and tells you what's going on. And 2 more diamonds to help you forget where diamonds come from. And because she's constantly surprising you with the way she loves you, doesn't she deserve this baggie of extra diamonds and a hot glue gun? This Christmas, buy her the Forever Times Infinity Ring. Because, face it, your kids aren't really college material anyway.
Think about it. We got a great show for you tonight. Mark Wahlberg is here.